I feel like it's very action-packed in the professional world, so having that experience right now is beyond beneficial. My name is Jimmy Tsiantoulas. I am a junior here at Marist College. I'm a communications major with a double concentration in sports communication and journalism. I kind of do a bit of everything. I am the executive producer and director of a fun little show called The Red Fox Report. I am an associate editor for Centerfield as well. And then I'm also the women's lacrosse beat writer. When I was in middle school and high school, I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life. I didn't really, I played sports all my life. I was sitting at my dad's restaurant back home with my girlfriend one time. We were just eating lunch, whatever. And then my mom comes up to the counter and she's like, "Hey Jimmy, have you heard of the sports communication major?" I'm like, "No, what is that?" Gave me a little rundown of what it was. And from that moment on, I'm like, wow, I'm sold. My original plan was I came into here wanting to do play-by-play or just broadcasting, but I've really taken a love for the production side. I feel like that I've really, taken a lot of good steps in the right direction doing that, whether that be becoming a producer for Marist College Television Club, specifically for the sports show, Halftime on the Hudson. That really gave me my first little taste into the editing world and the production world. And then I took that into the Red Fox Report, which really heightened my editing capabilities. And then with writing as well, Centerfield is has been a great opportunity of establishing who I am as a writer. I feel like that I've really strengthened my writing capabilities in that. ESPN has always been a dream of mine. I've always wanted to work there ever since I was young. I just felt like that was, kind of like the end all be all for something like that. Halftime on the Hudson, it gave me my first real experience into production, and that really, helped me open my eyes to the editing world. And then that turned into Red Fox Report, where being the producer and director of that, I already get an understanding of what's expected in the higher level. I'm having meetings every week, creating a schedule of all the games and anything that we need to turn into highlights, turn into graphics. I sit down with my two other interns and we bounce ideas back and forth, and then that turns into having our meetings where I'm assigning all these highlights, I'm assigning graphics, and I'm making sure that people are ready to go. The writing side with Centerfield as well has definitely helped me out with that as well, because I can be very succinct with my words. All three have been astronomically beneficial for me.
What is your driving factor?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. I actually don't feel like I have to do much thinking about that. I want to make that little kid happy. For as long as he could remember, he always watched ESPN, he always watched the NFL, always watched the NBA, he always watched these major sports networks, and he was always saying, someday that's gonna be me. So I'm living out that little kid's dream, and I'm having a blast doing it. I wouldn't change it for the world. I wouldn't see myself in any other field. I'm loving it every single day. If there's anyone out there who, doesn't really know what they want to do, or if they're coming into this field and they're not really sure how to, go about doing it, take a chance. I remember being a scared freshman, only doing TV club, not really know what there was for me out there. But one day I just remember sitting with a couple of people and I decided to raise my hand and volunteer. And ever since then, I've been on the fast track, as I like to say. So yeah, no, just take a chance, take that leap of faith. It's gonna work out for you, I promise.